Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well. I just want to ask our communication from last Thursday was so poor due to internet issues. This time around, I had at the beginning of the morning issues with my computer. I was keep restarting. But I would like to record this session and share with you. So on our first session, we talked about the advice and consult with clients. We start with the consultation. And just briefly, we sort of talked about some factors that we take in consideration during the consultation. Although in a salon, consultation takes anything between 5 to 20 minutes. For us, we need to learn few little things. So we need to be very observant at face shapes. Of course, we need to listen to the client's needs and expectation. Uh, Also, that's linked to how they would like to style their hair and actually what is their hair quality at the moment. And this is also linked to what do they do for a living, because some jobs will have certain expectation, and this again is linked to actually how much are they willing to spend, because we all know that hair can the services for hair could be anything from £5 to £100. And also now with the color that is much more advanced technology used onto the color services, the services are much more expensive if you want to offer your clients that good quality results and the hair is still maintained in good condition. Okay, and also for us as a hairdresser, we're always utilizing we are doing some tests, and the result is a validation onto, okay, the hair is good or the hair is bad. Okay, now for us as a hairdresser, the key element is to make the client feel good and also maintain the integrity of the hair. If the hair is in a poor condition, it means that we sort of done quite a bad job. Okay. And I set tasks for you to look into the contraindication. This is one element that we need to constantly be aware. We know contraindication could be something that is infectious, infestation, and also non-infectious, such as trichorexia nodosa, which the hair is extremely fragile. So then we have to always adapt our styling and coloring techniques and cutting as well. And also the damage of cuticles, and also like towards the ends, the split ends, fragilitas cranium. The reason that these are important for us, the cuticles, is the outer layer of the hair. Once the cuticle are damaged, the hair becomes quite weaker. Okay, and it's fairly difficult through products and to repair those cuticles and maintain the integrity of the hair. So for us as a hairdresser, again, keeping those outer layer shaft of the hair healthy is important. We also know that cuticles, there is not just one layer of cuticles. There are anything between 4 to 7 layers of cuticles. They're all transparent. They're made from protein. So yeah, they are very important to us. Great. So again, a non-infection, we said we looked at psoriasis and eczema. And we know that eczema can be caused by, reaction to certain products. So now we have to be aware if the client has a particular sensitive skin, that our chemical products, our maybe styling products, it can aggravate their current skin problems. Psoriasis is a lifetime condition. It has to be managed. Okay. Great. Also, alopecia areata and traction alopecia is part of offering advice to the client how to manage those conditions, and not to be afraid of telling them, hey, I've noticed a tiny bald patch at the back of your head. is nothing to be concerned, but refer them to a trachologist. Okay, and then we are looking now into the bacterial infection. So again, you need to know how they look like and what's causing. So we have impetigo caused by a bacteria, folliculitis by another bacteria. And then we have the fungal infection. We remember the fungals is associated with that runged smell. And we have ringworms or tinea capitis and dandruff. Okay, so there is a one element of dandruff that is an overproduction of skin cells or a fungal infection, but the combination of overproduction of skin cell, a warm environment on the scalp, it does encourage the growth of fungals. Okay. So when it's reaching this stage of fungal infection, dandruff must be referred to GP. Okay, a mild form of dandruff, it can be treated with over-the-counter shampoos. Okay. Great infestation. We have to be aware of the existence of head lice. So the adult head lice is called head lice, so pediculotus humans capitis, and the eggs are called pediculotis capitis. Okay, need to remember this for your exams. Great, and then we have the viral infection, like such a simple cold sore. Okay, if it's an aggravated form, we have to be aware because we are working very close around the face of the client and around the head of the client, isn't it? So things like this can, we have to sterilize our tools, we have to wash our hands, we have to be aware that the towels, the gowns, they're constantly properly cleaned. Okay, and then okay, we have scabies. Scabies is an infestation because it's caused by a microscope mite that burrows underneath the skin. Okay, it could be transferred from, let's say, pets. It could be, traveling into like lodges and all the other stuff. Okay, so again, this we do not diagnose our clients, but we refer them to the pharmacist or to the GP. Okay. Great, okay, and then we have the ringworm. You can see how it looks like a gray round circles where the hair actually disappears from that part. Cool. So this is sort of encompass the information necessary for your consultation unit, okay? What I want to go through in the next few minutes is looking onto the style and finish. I will gonna set a couple of activities for you in between, but I would like to first to know you face to face, because this, like anything, new information requires time. But style and finish unit actually has two parts: is um, the setting part and the styling side. So we are learning how to use a flat brush, we're learning how to use a diffuser, and we are using how to use a round brush that will create curls and volume as well. Okay, and also we're gonna sort of look through how to create a wet set using bricklaying pattern, and dry set using directional heated rollers. And onto the hair up, we're going to do a bit of hair up. I love hair up, okay? So there's the color and hair ups are my two favorite things to do. So I do hope that we're going to learn more beyond what the qualification requires, which is the vertical roll. Cool. Great. So again, anything that we offer as a service needs to be linked to working to the maximum of being hygienically and safely as well. Okay, good. So we know that sterilization is the complete kill of any fungal or viruses, and disinfectation, where you destroy just a part of this fungal bacteria or viruses. Okay, but my focus is, so in the salon Now, in a beauty salons, there are some UV cabinets. For hairdressers, we are using actually a chemical sterilization, and the marketing brand is called Barbicide. Okay, so it's a blue translucent liquid used by us, a hairdresser, and kills fungus, viruses, and bacteria. Okay, so this is a very good way to have it now. Ever since or the pandemic, barbicides, they have brought different forms of spray, aerosols, so they're much more available tools to use in order to sterilize and keep our equipment clean. Great. Okay, so now what is important constantly to remember, guys, within the hairdressing is that maintaining a correct posture it helps to prevent fatigue and also prevents long-term illnesses as well. Okay, so always keep your back straight, always bend your knees, and place your tools in such a way that they are easy to reach. Great, but what I would like to focus on is to give you an idea on what services are acceptable, like how long do you need to spend on each service, because within hairdressings, even if you do from home, even if you work freelance, even if you are self-employed, whatever, or you just work within a big salon, timings is crucial. Okay, so I know at the beginning we all learning and we need time, so that's fine, but we always needs to aim to be fast. So what I mean, like if you have a flat brush blow dry completing the strainers, you must not spend any more than 35 to 45 minutes. There are clients, let's say type 4, extremely dense hair, that you might need extra time, but we always aim to reduce that time because actually, as a hairdresser, you're almost paid by hour, isn't it? And you generate the income within a certain amount, yeah. Diffuser is one of the quick services, again, 35 to 45 minutes. But you notice the round brush blow dry for curls, okay, which is one of the skills that requires time to develop, is 45 minutes. The quicker you do, now, the better. Now, if nowadays, like the current trend is to use tongs and wands, but if you don't have the foundation on how to use a round brush, will be quite trickier to, to be that very the best as you can be as a hairdresser. Okay, so for me, it's important as a tutor to know that you, and for your qualification, that you are carrying on an amazing round brush blow dry confidently and timely. Okay, and you can see for heated rollers you have 30 minutes. For wet set you have 30 minutes. Of course, a wet set requires time to dry, but that's not part of your assessments. Cool. Now, in academy, product wise, in academy we have a small range, but we always going to use the product as a generic name. So we're going to use a mousse, we're going to use a setting lotion, we're going to use a serum, we're going to use an oil. Okay, in marketing there will be millions of ranges that will custom made to a particular type of clients, but you have to work and always read the manufacturer instruction. Okay, great, cool. I want to remember that this PowerPoint is in Padlet, that's why I'm skipping through. Okay, now, when you come to this academy, you probably, we're going to go through the tools and to use the appropriate tools for the appropriate finish. Okay. And also, what I want to just show and what is important for us to do. Okay, so I just want to show, so these are the heated rollers. Okay, and this will be, let's say, rollers for a wet set, and then we tend to use this hooded to, to dry the hair. Okay, And these are the flat here, flat pinnacles. Now, what I want to go through is this. I would like us to focus in the next few sessions into how we are working with the hair is in rapport to the head. So we know the head is a rounded shape. Okay, for hairdressers, you only have three angles that you need to know. If you pick up a strand of the hair and you keep it straight out of the head, that will make a 90-degree angle. If the same strands of the hair you're pushing down towards the floor, there will be a 45 degrees angle. Equally pushing away, so towards the nose of the client, there will be more of a 180 degrees. And this variation of holding the strand of the hair towards the client's nose, towards the floor, or just straight from the head, help us to create a certain volume. Okay, so when we are working with styling the hair, we tend to work methodically. We tend to sort of section the hair accordingly to our tools. Okay, so when we section the hair, we are creating what is calling the base. Okay, and then you're gonna hear terminology of on the base, which gives volume, and off the base, which gives a flat movement. Cool. Great. Just gonna. What I want to look onto is it's a quick way to remember that in order for the hair to be transformed from one state to another, okay, yeah, so I'm just going to show you this little side here. So the hair in original state, okay, before being touched by the heat, is called alpha keratin. Okay, now when we are wetting the hair or shampoo, the weaker part of the bonds. So I'm going to show you the bonds here. So we have very strong bonds called disulfide bonds, okay, which keeps the integrity of the hair. And then we have temporary bonds. There are two types of temporary bonds. One, they are called hydrogen bonds, and the other one are salt bonds. Okay. Now, so when we are, sorry, wait a second, I'm here, cool. So when we are shampooing, so even wetting the hair, those very, very weak bonds, they are broken, okay? So then this is the chance for us as the hairdressers to mold and shape the hair into the new state, okay, which is called beta keratin. But what you need to remember is that when we apply heat, we are breaking. So the weak bonds, temporary bonds, they are broken by water and heat. But in order for the hair to hold the new shape, we need to allow the hair to cool down. Okay, cool down. Cool. Now, so far, I'm just going to recap. We covered, we sort of mentioned the generic products, and we talked a little bit about the chemistry of hair and how it behaves when we're styling the hair. Okay. Now, in the next session, we're going to sort of briefly talk and demonstrate how to do this. And okay, and we talk about the humidity of the hair. But I'm going to stop the session today here. I will share this recorded session with you guys, and I will see you in person next Friday.